Hello everyone, and welcome back to Quills and Rockets. I'm Astro.
And I'm Thornquill.
And this week we'll be discussing episode 11 of season 5, Party Pooped. The episode starts off with Twilight looking like she's about to have another panic attack because the Prince of the Nation Afghanistan, Yakistan.
Excellent! Even more new characters and background nations. Although there's a slight stereotypical language barrier, Twilight and the others welcome their guests and attempt to make them feel at home.
Which goes badly. Very, very badly. The Act's reaction to anything not perfect to their standards is to destroy it.
Well, that escalated very, very quickly. Twilight's castle didn't even last half a season before suffering severe damage. Ponyville really is a dangerous town. Anyway, Twilight encourages the others to continue their efforts to befriend them, with Pinkie Pie taking the enthusiastic lead.
Unfortunately, this only leads to rising tensions between the Yaks and the ponies, as things never seem to be up to the Yaks' high standards. I'll admit though, it was pretty funny to see Fluttershy move at lightning speed to save her little animals from being squashed too.
Indeed. And am I the only one who was astounded that Applejack's barn survived for once?
Huh, you're right. So, with things going downhill fast and Twilight beginning to reach Lesson 0 levels of panic, it's up to Pinkie's party to save the day, and she is rightfully terrified.
For once, Pinkie Pie seems to really be feeling the strain of... It's way too I'm not nervous! Astro? I'm afraid. And so Pinkie, with the help of Gummy, comes to the decision that nothing she can do will measure up to the Yak's standards. So she sets off to Yakistan itself to find authentic Yak cultural artifacts to appease them.
This will be interesting. So as Pinkie sets off on her quest, the rest of the main 6 are left to deal with the Yaks by themselves, in hopes that she will return in time to salvage what little friendship they have left.
It's good to see them express confidence in their friend and choose to trust her that she'll work things out. Pinkie, however, winds up in Dodge City? Wait, what? How did that happen when the next stop was the Crystal Empire?
Sheep. No, seriously, sheep. In a world filled with sentient, talking horses, they can't just ask the sheep to move their fat asses off the damn tracks? No? Okay. Anyway, it means we get to meet up with another old character, Cherry Jubilee.
Wow, there is no end to the returning characters this season.
Or the breaks in logic in this episode, as when Pinkie hitches a ride with Cherry and her male slaves, they fall asleep while running? What? Is that even possible?
I have no idea, but I've decided to stop questioning it. While those shenanigans are ongoing, Spike causes another diplomatic incident. And...
We leave now! Yak go to train! Return with more yaks! We declare war!
The prince promises to mobilize his army and declare war on Equestria. Well done, Princess Twilight. Well done.
Holy shit! We're going to war! Assemble the Wonderbolts! Call the troops! Send out the draft! Mobilize the carriers! Alert the princesses! Arm the Megaspell missiles! Go, go, go!
Okay. While Astro does all of that, the Wonderbolts are in fact rescuing Pinkie Pie and allowing her to continue her quest to the Crystal Empire and Yakistan. Oh, hi Cadence. Meanwhile, Twilight and the others are losing hope as they wait in Sugar Cube Corner. Wait, what? What was that?
Pinkie Pie has a secret basement in Sugar Cube Corner. No. No!
Hold it! We can't make that reference. It's too obvious. It's a dead giveaway. Everyone knows what to expect with Pinky's secret basement.
Well, what else would it be?
A totally innocent and normal secret cupcake bakery?
Well, we'll have to wait and find out because Pinky has encountered a Wampa. Hey, Pinky, you gonna rescue Luke? No? Okay.
In fleeing, she finally reaches the fabled gates of Yak-Yakistan. Okay, this place is looking awesome already, and she even meets a ridiculously adorable young yak to escort her the rest of the way. I'm sure he'll provide a fantastic introduction to their land and culture and get a cool backstory and... I'd be really upset right now if I wasn't laughing so hard.
So as Pinky impossibly slides all the way back home, because screw physics, logic, and everything else, it's Pinkie Pie, the others are stuck in Pinky's evil cupcake basement of death and torture.
Or just her totally innocent, secret planning cave. This is actually a pretty cool location, even though we all suspected it existed all along.
Look at these! Pinkie Pie's made files for every pony in town!
I bet she gave everyone else numbers, too. Also, Pinky is Equestria's NSA.
And through her Trans-Equestria spy network, she realizes that the best way to befriend the Yaks is to show them what makes the Brony community, Equestria, so unique and wonderful by showcasing their best culture instead of trying to imitate the Yaks. And she averts a long and brutal war. And you have to love Celestia's face when she hears about that.
I'm personally a little bummed out by this, because, okay, think of me what you will, I really wanted to see how a war in Equestria would play out. Sure, we've seen skirmishes here and there, the most notable being the Buffalo versus the Settlers in Over a Barrel, but that wasn't a war. Trust me, I checked. I think that is the first time the word war has ever been uttered in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. The closest we've had was the Changeling invasion of Canterlot, but that was resolved with a Deus Ex Machina style, rather than a war. So, how does war work in Equestria? We know they have a military in the form of the Wonderbolts, and obviously war is now canon, but how does it work?
Honestly, I'm really not sure. The Equestrian military has been shown to use bladed weapons, and we know magic would play a huge role as well. But so far, the closest we've come in the actual show is weaponized baked goods, at least when large groups of ungulates have come into conflict. Given the intended age level of the show, though, I seriously question if we'll ever see any kind of serious large-scale combat take place.
Probably not. But hey, at least we know Fallout Equestria is totally possible now. Bring on the mega spells! So, how should we rate this one?
I'm a little torn on this one. In my own view, it was pretty entertaining on the whole, and the moments where Pinkie Pie is able to be Pinkie Pie are definitely the funniest parts of the story. But at the same time, it feels strangely disjointed. Almost as if this is 2 episodes that got mashed into one. It's almost as if it keeps forgetting about whether it's about Pinkie Pie or the Yaks, but never quite coherently about both. And it made me feel a little disoriented throughout the whole thing. It's very strange because the ending where her friends realize how much thought and hard work Pinkie really puts into her parties, a point I've always wanted to see made, almost doesn't feel like it belongs with the rest of the story at all.
I know what you mean. We've always wanted to see Pinky's evil cupcake lair, party cave, but it feels out of place here, since it wasn't a part of the episode's message at the end. I just don't know. Overall, it was a good episode because of the world building, but yet it lost points with me because it was so disjointed. Overall, I'd give this one a 6.
I give it a 7, since for all its strangeness and pacing and the lack of variety to the Yaks, I still strangely enjoyed this episode quite a bit. Extra point for my own personal bias, I suppose. As usual, I suppose that averages out to a 6.5?
Yes, it does. But I'd like to point out one last question before we leave. Whatever happened to our theme of loss? It seems to have disappeared after episode 100.
Well, we agreed that episode 100 really transcends seasons and isn't held to any theme in this season. And the last episode, in my opinion, was botched enough that any theme got lost in it. If I had to make the argument, I'd say it was about Spike's loss of self-esteem and leave it at that. How about this episode, though?
That's just it. I don't know. And I feel if we have to shoehorn it in, it's a bit like cheating.
I suppose it is a bit much to expect every episode to somehow echo this idea, especially since it's likely not a conscious effort on the part of the writers. So, if it isn't apparent in this one, I can live with that.
Same. So with that all settled, I guess we're done here. Time to go prep for the impending Yak Pony War. This has been Astro Brony.
And Thornquill.
And this is me, signing off.
See you after Astro causes the apocalypse.